The shit has hit the fan. See my little dog there, darling? If you listen carefully, she is squeaking up a storm. This is a horrible time. Look, when I get this show ready, it's E-Rock, ladies and gentlemen. E-Rock is here. Always pay it special attention. Sit up taller in your chair when E-Rock is here. Fantastic radio brain. Wonderful human being, too, I might add. Hello to you. Hello to you, handsome fellow. When I prepare this show, part of it is the dogs go out so that I can sit here, park down. Everybody has a nice, good breakfast. They go outside. They do their business. They get treats, snuggles, all that fun stuff that a dog owner would do. And then occasionally, you'll have a day like today where you get them all in here, snug as a bug in a rug, and then Darla, typically, you can see her back there, our little Two-Face, our little Harvey Dent in the background, waiting by the door, wanting to go out. Now, when you're a one-man show like I've been for over 6 years, there's really nothing I can do. I just kind of have to suck it up and go let the dog out. So, I mean, it's not often that I start this show and then immediately say, all right, it's intermission time as I, go let the dog out. That is a true key piece of evidence that shows you that I am really kind of circling the drain on any type of broadcasting career. When you have to stop the show to go let the dog out. Oh, honey, come here, Darla. You know what? How about we just, I don't know if dogs have the same overriding thing that people do. Like if I'm laying in bed, I can kind of override when I have to go tinkle and just hold on to it and power through. Go to bed, and then every dream is like me at a urinal. You know? Bob with a stupid joke. Who let the dogs out? Yeah, shut up, Bob. If you're going to write some bullshit like that, God. Chris says, or when you're on mute for a few minutes, cracking the best jokes. I think I know what you mean. All right, now this is good news. You can see behind me, she just kind of like got on the couch. She might be powering through. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, we have news because I changed the day of Who Are These Free Beers. Ben Glaze reached out to me. He said, easy. Normally we do a Big Fraud Thursday, and we had already scheduled it. He said, can we do Big Fraud Wednesday? And I'm like, absolutely, Ben. You know, I need you. And so that is what's going to happen. I'm going to play a preview clip from the latest edition of Who Are These Free Beers right here. And this is fantastic because it's been too long since we featured the little girl on the show, Maitland. She is a 14-year-old child who is on there, and I think it's like Make-A-Wish. This little girl is on the show, and they occasionally throw her a bone. And I think they're trying to, like, I don't know if somebody lost a bet or there was maybe blackmail involved to make this child a radio star. She has no business being in any room that has a microphone. From what I understand, extremely sweet person. Friendly, affable, nice, very photogenic. Not that that matters, it doesn't. But I think there's kind of like a rivalry between Kelly and this chick because Kelly actually has talent. This chick does not. And I'm not sure why this happened, but they're talking on the radio, and I guess there is some thing going on locally. And they say, okay, Maitland, why don't you tell us what's happening locally? Can you break down the big local news for us, Maitland? E-Rock, I want you to hear this because you've never heard this person. And you can hear, just an example of what the future of radio is all about. So they literally, they're talking about some stupid local event that there's nothing to this event. And she, it's up to her to explain to everybody what is happening. So here you go. This is from Wednesday's Who Are These Free Beers show.
I've been scouring the internet trying to find what Cracker Wars is all about.
Okay,
scouring.
So you hear Cracker Wars, whatever that is, Cracker Wars. Steve says, scouring the internet trying to find what Cracker Wars is all about. Okay, so there you go.
The internet trying to find what Cracker Wars is all about.
I found out about it.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, Maitland's got it.
Yeah, it's
Okay, so that was all set up. That was all set up to make it sound like off the cuff, or not rehearsed. But okay, so here she goes. She's going to tell everybody about Cracker Wars.
let me go back here. It is the
Jesus Christ, you got one job. How could you not be ready to talk about Cracker Wars, God damn it?
It's let me go back here. It is the FHPS.
Forest Hills Public Schools.
Mm-hmm.
That.
Okay. So now they're coaching her along in the middle of this, whatever this announcement is. It's the FHPS. And you hear Hot Wings say, yeah, that's the local public schools.
Basketball program. They partnered with Kids Food Basket for Cracker Wars. They're going down today. It's Forest Hills Northern versus Forest Hills Eastern. And I'm guessing, you bring either Cheez-Its or Goldfish to enter a raffle with a $5 donation.
My favorite part of that is, like it's interesting. Like this is something worth paying attention to. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Oh, shit. E-Rock says, the font is too small on the script. Eric, give her a break. The fax machine was low on ink for the prep sheets that came in that morning. There's a fax machine reference. You old fuck. All right. The is indicative of he was looking at his phone and noticed that someone stopped talking. But wait, there's more. They then go on and have all this dialogue about the Cracker Wars, which is so silly. I mean, honest to God, if you're going to talk about a local event, you have to have something interesting and funny. You can't just, yeah, okay, oh, wow, cool. Cracker Wars. All right. Actually, I'm gonna save the rest of that for when we talk about it on a Big Fraud Wednesday edition of Who Are These Free Beers. But they stopped down and had a long discussion about Cracker Wars. Zero jokes. Stevie suggests that Darla peed on the couch. I'll check. She absolutely did just pee on the couch. I am going to go. Thank you, Stevie, for the tip-off. That's ridiculous. I will be right back. And this serves me right. I'll be back. How embarrassing. Come on, baby. Let's go. can't let that shit just sit there. Just shit there. Oh, my God. Look, you got to understand something. When I see that E-Rock is there, this is a guy who can produce things like major shows, iHeartRadio Music Festival. E-Rock is in charge of the iHeartRadio Music Festival and the iHeart Podcast Awards. So if I'm here doing my show and the fucking dog pisses on the couch and I have to clean it in front of E-Rock, that's fucking crazy to me. This is so embarrassing, but I mean, fuck it. I'm not going to sit there and let the pee sit there. Bob says only a real professional could get 32 people to watch him vacuum pee. All right, so that's it. You know, I'm good to go now. It's kind of karma. I can promise you there are going to be people watching this. That is a bit of karma for ripping on poor mate. Hey, come on back. Ripping on poor Maitland for all of that shit that we played. Jeremy says pee isn't like puke. Puke can sit for 24 hours. Make it 48 hours. All right. Well, anyway, we're off and running. So Wednesday on Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. Thank you to the new members this week. And David says, if it had been puke, you could have ignored it. I didn't ignore it. I waited 2 days, and it was cleaned up. However, I got this the other day. Did you ever clean up that puke, or did the dog eat it? And I go, I cleaned it. She goes, well, there's still a mark there. And I go, yeah, I probably left it there too long. She goes, okay. E-Rock says usually it's Eric pissing on the couch. Cole says WATP cringe of the week. Well, you should send it off to Carl. You should say, look, Carl, this happened on the EZ show. He was talking. His dog pissed on the couch. He got up, let the dog out, went and got the carpet cleaner or the couch cleaner, and then cleaned it in front of the audience. I would do it. I would send, this Twitch stream off to him so that he can share that with timestamps and everything. And how awkward it was as you all sat there as I cleaned the fucking couch. Now, I don't think that this has been such a bad thing, honestly, because in 6 years and a month and a half, that is the first time that we have ever had that type of incident. So I think that's not bad. And again, I don't have anybody else to bounce shit off of. I can't say, hey, can you cover for me while I go do this or take a leak or get a drink of water. No. All right. Thank you very much for your patience. Chris with a great comment. We're making fun of a radio show talk about crackers. The next minute, we're watching someone vacuum dog pee off a couch cushion. I deserve that. Well, no, actually, I don't deserve that. But I don't mind your jokes. I like that you have those jokes because that means you're having fun and they're good jokes. So what the fuck, E-Rock says that Opie's dog shits in the background of a show and he doesn't clean it. Eric is a better broadcaster. Did that really happen? Like the dog pooped on a show? For those of you who don't know, just a little bit of background. E-Rock is another radio professional who for years was the on-air producer for Opie and Anthony. During all of those fantastic moments, E-Rock was the one that was like encouraging it when the crazy shit would happen. But then at the same time, he'd be like, oh, God, now I got to clean up this mess. Or now, like all the complaints or whatever, or the corner office meetings. He has been, in the thick of it. He was there for all of the good times and the bad times. Then he found a spot on Anthony's Compound Media when Anthony needed somebody to run his network. And Now he's, quote unquote, waiting on his next big opportunity. All right. Bob says, easy now. You're going to start a radio war with another Greg. No, Opie already blocked me. I think I made like 1 or 2 cracks, and he immediately said, fuck you, and blocked me. So we have never spoken. Chris says, we would do the same in your spot. Just messing with you, but what a wild start. Oh, no, you don't need to, say that. Whenever if you're having fun and actually writing good jokes, I'm all about it. If you're Bob writing Who Let the Dogs Out, I mean, that's a stupid, it's not even a joke. He's just writing something for the sake of writing. Murder Lover Linda says, does Iraq know a couple of Real Housewives, that podcast? What are you getting at? What the fuck are you talking about? Iraq says he still lingers in the bowels of iHeart. Yeah, that makes 2 of us. Which, by the way, you know what? Let me cut the Facebook and the YouTube audience out, and then it'll just be us on Twitch. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, please head over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live if you want the rest of the show. Join me on Patreon tomorrow night and every day, actually, for the Patreon bonus podcast.